The Office of Inspector General is taking the EPA to task for failing to provide legally required reports to Congress. Bob Dinneen, president of the CEO Renewable Fuel Standard Association, joins us live by phone. Thank you so much for joining us, and talk about what the Inspector General's report actually means for the renewable fuels industry.
Well, Christine, a lot depends on what the EPA does. In their early response, they've said, well, we'll get around to issuing the report by 2024. And I sort of shake my head at that and say, what in the world are you doing? I mean, there's no way in the world it should take yet another 8 years to finish a report that, any college professor could do in 3 months. So if they were to do the reports, we think that it would validate the environmental benefits of increased ethanol use.
Now, we know the EPA has not been updating carbon scoring of fuels blended with ethanol. How has this impacted the renewable fuels industry?
Well, we think it's had an impact on the policy debates in Washington and the public discourse about the use of ethanol-blended fuels, because when they originally did a carbon scoring analysis back in 2008, frankly, they had adopted this crazy notion of indirect land use, in which they assumed that every acre of land used to grow corn in this country for ethanol production would mean that some acre in the rainforest would have to be torn up in order to grow more food. They did not consider the fact that we would see more grain produced with increased yields and crop switching. And so the analysis that they did early on was flawed. And since that time, every independent analysis that has been done has demonstrated that ethanol today is 30 to 40% better than gasoline. And gasoline has been getting worse from a carbon perspective. Ethanol has been getting better, and the science is stuck in 2008. So EPA really does need to, bring us up to speed.
What's your message to the EPA?
Do the work, do the science, get up to date with the analysis, and validate the environmental benefits of biofuels.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. We can tell you're very passionate about this. Bob Dinneen, President and CEO of the Renewable Fuels Association. We will be checking in with you in the future.